Hey everybody, this is Mark Johnson, your fitness ambassador from Bounce Pep and the youngest son of Bill Johnson. Please do me a favor and hit the like button and also hit the bell so that you receive notifications when we release a new video. And today, I want to talk to people who look a little something like me. I'm talking to the slender people today. I am, as you can see, someone who is of a naturally slender build. And I just want to talk to you today about some of the advantages and maybe some of the challenges you may have if you're getting yourself in shape and you're trying to build muscle as a slender person, because that is something that I most certainly know something about. So the first thing is, as a person with a slender build, you're going to have a certain advantage in terms of muscle definition. In other words, because you don't have a lot of body fat, when you do start to develop muscle, you will be able to see it relatively quickly, as opposed to someone who is heavier set, who has a much higher body fat percentage, who may in fact be more muscular than you are, but because their body fat percentage is significantly higher, they won't really be able to see the muscle definition as readily as someone with a slender build who's putting in the same effort and time into building their fitness. So as a slender person, this is one thing that you can look forward to. And I would encourage you that just because you're slender and you see, people with big bulging muscles walking around, it doesn't mean that you can't build muscles. Now, for instance, me, it was never my aspiration to become some huge hulking He-Man. So I don't use any kind of drugs. I don't drink protein shakes, any of that. Basically, all I do is eat. I try to get my protein through food. So I don't take any protein shakes at all. I don't use any kind of performance enhancing drugs, none of that. I don't take any vitamins, no supplements of any kind, period. Zero, nada. And I have managed to build actually, a pretty decent physique. If I took my shirt off, which I'm not going to do because I'm not one of those people who are, going to be, prancing around with my shirt off. But if you could see underneath, you would see that, in fact, I do have a pretty respectable physique. You would say immediately, okay, this is clearly somebody who works out. So the point being that for you as a slender person, there is no reason why you cannot get in shape and actually start building muscle. And you can do it, within just a few months, 2 or 3 months, you'll start to see actual muscles that you had never seen before coming through. And you will say, wow, this is really working. So I want to encourage you to go ahead and get in the gym, or if you're going to be working out at home, work out at home. If you're going to be doing calisthenics or whatever your thing is, do it. Start doing it and keep on doing it, because as a slender person, you will see visible muscle definition fairly easily as long as you stick with. I'm talking about visible muscle definition, the actual definition and tone. You will see it because of your low body fat percentage. So that is one of the advantages that you have. One of the disadvantages that you're going to have is that, quite frankly, because you're less massive, you are probably going to be, less strong than some other body types. Okay. So if you're slender, in terms of strength, you're probably starting out as a disadvantage, but you just have to pick up some weights. This is why strength training is important. You need to pick up some weights and increase your strength. You may be puny now, but you don't have to stay that way. You can actually start building strength. It's not only about big muscles and all that. You also want to actually increase your strength, because increasing your strength is going to help you live longer. It's going to make your whole skeletal structure stronger. You don't want to have weak bones, because that is a disaster waiting to happen as you get older. So you want to make sure that you have strong bones, and basically strength training will help to improve the strength and the density of your bones. So keep that in mind as well. It's not only about your muscles, it's also about your bones. So you want to keep your bones nice and strong and dense so that they don't break easily. If you're a lady, you want to be able to avoid osteoporosis, which of course is not a condition that you want to find yourself with. So again, as a slender person, you have some advantages, you have some disadvantages, but whatever you look like now, I just want to reassure you that you can actually improve on that, and you can actually gain energy and strength as a slender person, and you do not need to take a bunch of supplements and drugs to do it. I probably need to make a separate video about the fact that I personally don't do any of that, and I still achieve respectable results. But I just want to let you know that all you really need to do is get in consistent workouts. You need to get in some intensity. Make sure that there needs to be some struggle. You need to be struggling a little bit in your workouts. Make sure you're putting on enough or lifting enough weights, or you have enough resistance to actually induce some discomfort and some struggle, because that is what's going to make your muscles grow. That's what's going to make you get stronger. But as long as you do that and you do it consistently, then all of the supplements and protein powders and everything everybody's taking, those are just like extra, and you can choose not to take those if you don't want to. Like me, I choose simply not to take them because I have no idea what they're going to do to my body, and I basically don't trust them, so I don't take any of that stuff. Okay. You might want to take some protein powder. Is probably not going to harm you, but again, I just stick with basically exercise and eating. I try to get everything that I need from eating and drinking. So there you have it. As a slender person, I want you to take the step. If you are not already working out, go ahead, take the step, start working out. You can build some muscle, you can bulk up a little bit. I mean, you'd be surprised at what your physique can look like if you just put a little bit of attention and some time into building it. So as a slender person, there's nothing holding you back. I'm gonna leave you with that today. Take care.